understand that your happiness is different from another person's happiness. There's a difference between being in the midst of people and being in the midst of people that you love. If you're just in the midst of the people you love and if they do not love you, trust me, the bad energy would send you away. A lot of people try to be happy by looking at what others are doing and imitating what they are doing in order to find their own happiness. But at the end of the day, most times they do not get happy even after doing what they feel like others have done that made them happy. The reason is because happiness is personal, and what makes Mr. A happy might not make Mr. B happy. My name is Sarah Oriowo. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. I talk on faith, relationship, and personal development. If you're just joining me for the first time, it feels good to have you here. I'm sure you would enjoy your stay here. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back again. It means a lot to me that you would return. Today, I want to quickly take you on a journey, and that journey is to just let you know that happiness is personal. Happiness is personal. There's no measure for happiness. There's nothing that can be used to quantify how happy somebody is, or there's no guarantee that what makes this person happy would actually make you happy. And the earlier you understand that, the better it would be for you, because if you do not understand it, you might keep chasing after what others are doing in a bid to find your own happiness, but at the end of the day you might not be happy. There are certain people that get frustrated because they have done several things just to make themselves happy, but at the end of the day, instead of that happiness to come in, they begin to get bitter and frustrated. You do not need to worry about that, because I'm here to remind you and to let you know that happiness is an individual thing. Mr. A may buy a car and be happy and proud of what he has gotten, and Mr. B might get that same car or might even have better cars and might not be happy. That's because to Mr. B, a car might not be the definition of his own happiness. You need to find that unique thing that makes you happy. What is that thing that once you have done it, you feel good, you feel proud of yourself, you feel wonderful? It might even be simple things. Trust me, money can make you happy, material things can make you happy, but there are times when those things might not be coming, and you must find your happiness even in the little things that may not necessarily involve money. Understand that your happiness is different from another person's happiness, so do not compare yourself with what makes other people happy. Before I go, I'll quickly take you through a journey on certain things that can help to boost your happiness. There are several things that can help to boost your happiness, and the first thing that I will share with you is that you should spend time with the people you love and the people that love you, not just spending time with the people that you love. Someone was speaking to me and she said that she might be in the midst of 1,000 people sometimes and she's not happy. And I replied her by saying, it does not mean you have to be in the midst of so many people. There are times when you might be even in a crowd without being happy. What matters is that you must be in the midst of the people that you love. There's a difference between being in the midst of people and being in the midst of people that you love. And I'm adding it to you that it is not just about being in the midst of the people you love. You must be in the midst of the people that love you in return. Be in the midst of the people you love and people who love you. If you're just in the midst of the people you love and if they do not love you, trust me, the bad energy would send you away and you would even get more frustrated than how you came. So be in the midst of people you love, and those who love you in return, they should love you in return. They should want you there. There are times it might just be one person. Both of you might spend time together. You might not even discuss on a lot of things, but you find out that you will just be happy. The person's company makes you happy. You want to be with that person. And people who love you too will want to do anything to make you happy. So that's just a simple hack. Do not try to find your happiness in big things. I'm not saying big things do not make people happy. Of course they do. If you receive an alert of a huge sum of money, you would be happy, you would smile. But before those big things come, learn to find your happiness in little things that money cannot even buy. So the first thing, spend time with people you love and people who love you. The second thing is that you should also spend time doing those things that you love. People are different from things. Yes, people can make you happy, but there are times when people may not always be there. People may not always be there to make you happy, and you should not just depend your happiness on people. There are times when people may disappoint you. People may not be willing to disappoint you sometimes, but they may not just be there, maybe because of work, because they have to attend to other things, because you can't necessarily tie somebody down and want the person to always make you happy. So spend time doing the things you love. It might be painting, it might be writing, it might be talking, dancing. Those things you love, once you do it, you'll find out that you will get this feeling of satisfaction. You will feel good about yourself. You will feel fulfilled because you're actually doing something that you love, not what others are making you to do. Sometimes when you're in the midst of people you love, they might have interests that are not actually interesting to you. So but when you are alone, when you spend time doing those things you love, you will be happy. Nobody is pressurizing you. Nobody wants to make mockery of you. Nobody is forcing you to do anything. You are doing what you really love, what you really want to do, and in that you would also have the opportunity of meeting like-minded people. If you love to sing, for instance, and you are spending time singing, it might expose you to meeting people who also love to sing, and they might be interested in you, and that's another chain of relationship coming into play, and before you know it, you'll find out that you'll truly be happy. And the last thing I'll share with you is that you should learn to find joy in little things. Learn to find joy in little things. Big things can make you happy, but we might not always have the opportunity to wait for big things. We might not always have the big things. The big things may not always come to us. Sometimes they may come, sometimes they may delay, sometimes they may not come when and how we want them to do. So spend time to enjoy the little things. And what are some of those little things that you can enjoy? I'll quickly give you a few before I call it a day. One of it is walking. Spend time walking. Have you observed that when you walk around, you actually feel light and happy? I've actually practiced this and it works a lot. Trust me, it works. There are times when I'm stressed. I used to work in a place where we sit or stand for so long, and after a while I just find out that I'm stressed and worn out. But believe me, when I take a walk, it might not be a long walk of just like 5 minutes, sometimes 2 minutes, 2 minutes through. In about 5 minutes I might have walked, and I find out that my body just feels relieved, my muscles are stretched, I'm happy. You would even receive fresh air. It's not just about being alone, closing up the doors, or just doing your own things, pressing phone all through the day. If you walk, you find out that it exposes you to happiness. And do not just walk, go and come without even looking around or enjoying things. Walk consciously, enjoy those things you see, enjoy the beauty of nature, exchange pleasantries, smile to people. Yes, that's another thing. Smile as you're walking. You smile as you're going. Look around you, greet people, be happy, enjoy the steps you're taking. Trust me, it will truly make you happy. The next thing is that you can also find happiness in little things like enjoying your meal. Enjoy your meal. Now, we are all so used to our mobile phones that we can hardly do anything without it. You are going to the toilet, you are pressing your phone. You are washing clothes, your phone is beside you, you are using it to play music. Yes, sometimes you even quickly reply 1 or 2 messages. You are eating, you are pressing your phone. You are praying in church, you are pressing your phone. You are sleeping, you want to sleep, you are lying on the bed, you are trying to sleep, you press your phone. Later you see you have a sleepless night. How won't you have a sleepless night? So enjoy the little things like eating your meal also. Trust me, it will make you happy. Consciously chew your meal, be grateful. There are certain people, myself inclusive, that can hardly eat a meal without holding their phone. So you're holding your phone in one hand and eating with another hand. You are even eating the meal subconsciously. You're not enjoying what you're doing. You're not enjoying the moment. So sometimes keep your phones aside. You know, this phone, that might actually be a topic for another day. This phone, our cell phones, have actually triggered a lot of unhappiness and depression. Everybody is trying to compare themselves with other people. Everybody is trying to look at what others are doing, forgetting that most people only show you the best part of their lives. Nobody shows you the ugly parts. Nobody shows you the parts that are not so good. Nobody comes to announce the days they cry themselves to bed. Nobody comes to tell you when they failed. Somebody who failed an exam will not come and post, I failed this exam. But we are always quick to say, oh, I passed, I've graduated, I'm getting married, I'm doing this. But when those things are not working out well, people hardly announce them. And for you that is actually doing well, you're comparing yourself with the best part of the lives of other people. With that, you can't find happiness. So sometimes let go of your phone and enjoy those activities. You're eating, chew your meal consciously, enjoy the sweetness. Just enjoy that moment. And it's not just about meal alone. You're washing your clothes, enjoy it. Before you know, you begin to get some thoughts that will begin to come into you that can actually come handy. You will enjoy moments. If you are a creative, for instance, while you're enjoying those moments, you might begin to get inspirations. You're walking, you're enjoying, not you're walking, you're also pressing phone. Yes, you're walking, you're enjoying the moment. Before you know, you get inspirations on topics to write about, on songs to compose, and all of that. And the last thing I'll share with you is that you should practice doing good to others. Yes, another thought just came to my mind, which is practice gratitude. I think I'll just end it with that. So practice showing good to others. Do good to others, as little as it may be. That thing you consider to be little might actually mean the whole world to someone. There was a day I took a bike, and when I got to where I was going to, I gave this man a little amount of money from my own end. And while he was trying to get the change, I said, don't worry, sir. And trust me, this man, he's quite elderly. He gave me one of the best smiles I've ever seen in my whole life. He smiled so genuinely, and I was really touched. In my mind, I was like, how much is this that this man is smiling so much? But that thing you think is little might actually mean a lot to another person. So learn to give, learn to just do something for people. That little 15 naira, that little 20 naira can actually make somebody happy. There are people who need it, there are people who would appreciate it. So, and when you do it, you will be happy. I mentioned that that man gave me a very wonderful smile, and in fact it melted my own heart. It made me happy also that I was able to actually do something that would make somebody smile. So those little things, give. There are some things you do not even need anymore, but there are people who need them. There are people that those things would mean the whole world to. So when you give it to them, they would be happy, and trust me, you would find happiness and fulfillment in it also. And then finally, learn to practice gratitude. Learn to practice gratitude. If you are always grateful, trust me, you would always have things to be thankful about. You would find out that you have more than enough. But if you're not grateful, if you're always looking at the things that are not working out, you would not see things to be appreciative about. But when you are thankful, like it is being said, that if you are always thankful, your tank will always be full. You will find out that you always have reasons to be grateful. Be grateful for life, for bread, the things you have, your clothes. I was telling somebody sometimes ago that sometimes we feel like we don't have anything, but trust me, if everything you have is taken away from you, you will now discover that you have something. Let's go with your clothes, for instance. You want to go out on a party. Oh, I don't have clothes. Hey, God, oh, God, when will I have clothes? If they take all of your clothes and keep them somewhere for, you can't even, I wanted to say 2 weeks. You can't even survive for 2 days. You will now discover that you have something. Oh, I don't have good shoes again. If they pack all the shoes, all the ones they are calling bad shoes, if they take them away from you, you will now discover that what you have is very valuable. So learn to be appreciative. It can increase your happiness. I'm going to stop here for today. I want to believe you've gotten value. If you have, please let me know in the comment section. And if you have other tips that can help boost one's happiness, do let me know. I still remain Sarah Oriwo. Till I come your way again, keep taking care of yourselves. Bye for now.